What is up, everybody? Tidbit Sports here, and today we have a breakdown of my favorite plays of Week 6 in the NFL, where we have Mike White come in for the Miami Dolphins and get picked off by Carolina Panthers defensive back Troy Hill. So to start out, it doesn't quite look like it, but in the end, we end up with a cover one zone with the high safety right there dropping back, and he is the deepest man on the field. Next, we got our middle group right there, those three guys who are going to be watching the middle of the field, watching for any in-breaking routes or crossing routes. Next, we got our four linemen on a pass rush. Next, we got our two outside corners watching, not super deep down the field, but, much farther down than our middle group, also watching the outside of the field for any outbreaking routes. Now we have the reason why you guys are all here, Troy Hill, who's watching essentially any route that's being ran from the 40-yard line up into about the 32. So that little gap right there you can see on the field. And then as he reads this play, he sees that Mike White's going for a very short flat route, in the flat, or near the 40. And this is where he makes that beautiful play that we're going to see right here. Okay, so still keep your focus on Troy Hill, but then also keep your focus on Salvon Ahmed, the running back for the Miami Dolphins on the right side. So as you see, he's running right there. Troy Hill, he sees that route breaking down, runs down, reads Mike White, reads the running back, jumps the route, and off to the house he goes. That was quick. Now we'll break it down in slow motion so we can get a little more in-depth. Okay, so here's our super slowed down, zoomed in part right here. Watch Ahmed right there, the running back. He's taking off. He's running the flat route. And now, as we mentioned, Troy Hill is a decently sized zone to cover. He essentially is covering two guys right now. The receiver out wide and then also the running back right there. And then as he sees Mike White, his posture, his back shoulder is right in line with Ahmed right there for that flat route. That's when he fully reads to come down and make the play on the ball. Notice how he waits a little bit for the ball to come and then finally jumps it as it's about to arrive. A great play right there, great positioning. And ultimately, once he catches that ball, he's free. There's nobody that can catch up to him. Only a lineman behind Mike White to make a run for it. And those guys couldn't catch him if they tried. They're running some slow 40-yard dashes. Nothing like Troy Hill at the end of the day. And that's why it was a great play, great design. Mike White, he shouldn't have been in the game probably, but for him to go in there and have a chance and make a play like that, it looks a little rough. Now, that's the last part of the video. The one thing I couldn't go without touching on is Hill's ability right here to read his responsibility in this zone coverage. As you look right now, he's watching Robbie Chosen right there because he's in his zone. But as he reads Chosen's hips where he starts to break in, he knows that his guys in the middle have him covered, and he can fully drop down to cover Ahmed. And then right as he's doing that, that's where Mike White releases the ball and throws that brutal pick